Hi, Gemini. I'm Pam, the Lucky Mermaid, psychic, seer, and modern mystic, bringing you psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides for August 2025. Please be sure to watch your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign to get a more clear and complete picture of what's to come for you in August and perhaps beyond, because timing will be different for all of you in these general readings. Remember, sometimes your rising sign and your moon sign will resonate more for you than your sun sign. And if you're born on the cusp of your sign, some months your psychic predictions and messages are coming to you from your cusp sign, so you may want to check that out. This recording is for Gemini Sun, Gemini Rising, and Gemini Moon. I'm using the original tarot deck in this reading. All that being said, Gemini, now on to your August 2025 Psychic Tarot reading. So I'm going to start by apologizing right up front. If you hear any banging noises, hammering, sawing, the house 2 houses away from me is getting raised. And it's been going on since May. So I apologize. This is not a soundproof room. So if you hear any of that noise, just know it's that going on, and I really can't prevent it, and I wish they would fix it. From Hurricane Sandy, yes, I mean, people have forgotten about that. It was a long time ago, but houses here are still getting torn down, rebuilt, or raised from that storm. So the first card you have in your reading, Gemini, is the Seven of Rods. And the Seven of Rods is a card that symbolizes you taking the moral high ground in a situation. It could also indicate negative energy or communication, or a lot of communication and energy coming at you and you keeping it at bay or shutting the door on it. It's like you may feel in some regard you have to keep your head above water in August. And it could be from work or people communicating with you, too many things to have to address and respond to. So you may feel like, I've got to keep my head above water. You may feel annoyed. You may not like what people are saying to you or saying about you. And you're going to go the extra mile to shut that down, whatever that is. How are you going to shut it down? I don't know. It's a general reading, so that's why I say in the beginning of the readings, would be best for you to watch your sun, your moon, and your rising sign for more information, and your cusp sign if you're born on the cusp. You may feel like you're being targeted, like you're being harassed or you're being targeted. Now, where is this coming from? Could be coming from work, bosses, clients, customers, but it could even be in a family situation or even in a friendship group. But somehow you feel like you got to keep your head above water. You don't like what people are saying about you or to you. And you're going to try to, get to the bottom of it and put a stop to it. You're going to be challenging people. If you don't agree with what people are saying, and maybe even not at you or about you, there could be things that other people in the world around you, personal life or out in the public, that are saying that you're like, I am going to challenge that. I don't like what they're saying or doing, and I don't agree with it, and you take exception with it. So you could also be having this experience with people you don't know and that aren't your friends, that you're not related to. Could be the public. If you do any work with the public at all, maybe you have a social media presence, maybe you're on YouTube or Rumble or some other platform, and or it could be, I don't know how, but I feel like you're going to be annoyed that what people are saying or about you, or about what you're doing even. It could be about your work, your ethics, your anything, your belief systems. But I feel like you're not going to tolerate it. You're going to call other people out on it, and you're not going to like what other people are saying and doing out in the world, even maybe not directed at you. You may feel like something is bugging you so much. I hear the collective consciousness of Gemini going, I've got to get off this platform. So if you're on some social media platform, I don't care which one it is, could be any of them, you're going to be like, I got to get out of here. I'm not going to be on this thing anymore. Maybe not forever. Maybe you're just going to skip away from it and step off of it in August. So the card you have next, wow, this makes a lot of sense what you have next, Gemini. You have Nine of Rods, which is being prepared and ready for battle. This could be getting organized, getting your ducks in a row. You could also be suspicious of someone or something. I feel you're going to be like, I know what you're doing. I know what you're saying. I know what you're all about. I get you like laying down the law, putting it, laying down the law, trying to get in your comments, your final words on situations. You could have this distinct impression, though, however, that there's something you need to do or change or move. Now, remember I said some of you may want to get off of some kind of social media platform that you're on. But if this is happening, maybe it's happening in your family or in a living situation, and you're like, I got to move from here. Maybe it's in your neighborhood. Maybe it's your town, city, state, province, wherever you live. You may feel like there's too much, riots, protests, acrimony. Some of it could be directed at you. Maybe some of it isn't. And you're just like, I have got to get out of here. So it could be off of a platform. It could be out of a living situation in a home or the area where you live. You are definitely going to believe 100% that you're right. I don't know that you're going to change your viewpoint. And I'm not sure that you're really going to be open to other perspectives. I mean, some of you might. That depends on your sun, moon, and rising sign, not just your sun sign only. You could be feeling like, my guides are saying valuables getting hit hard. So whatever's going on could be affecting the money you make, your bank account. Your home has value, right, where you live. So could be other things. You could value your integrity. You could value your self-esteem. You could value your morality and ethics. And this, whatever's going on, is like threatening it. But what value is it threatening? The money you have invested in your property and home, your integrity, your morality, your ethics. What? I don't know. It's a general reading, but that's getting threatened here too. And you, I also get part of you feels like you can't do anything about it. So some of you Geminis are going to be like, I'm going to combat this. I'm going to go after it. I'm not going to put up with it. I'm going to fight it. And then others of you may be like, I don't know how I combat it. I don't know what I can do to fight it. Maybe you can't move. Or maybe you need to be on those platforms for whatever reason. So the next card in your reading, Gemini, is the Hanged Man. And this is a card that symbolizes being in limbo, not moving forward, not moving backward, being in a state of suspended animation, and you have to draw strongly from your own psychic ability and intuition when the Hangman shows up. It can also be waiting for something. My guides are telling me you're going to rely on your wits, your smarts, and your intelligence. You may even feel like something that is going on is making you have to sacrifice yourself or something in your life. So you may even feel like you have to sacrifice yourself or something because of all that's going on in the Seven of Rods and the Nine of Rods. You could have trouble with your stomach this month. You could have indigestion, acid reflux, any other kind of stomach or digestive issues could crop up for you. It could be due to stress. And be careful of what you're eating that you don't, like, what do they call that? Emotional eating, like eating to comfort yourself. You may eat stuff that is not good for you. It doesn't agree with you, could upset your stomach, and you could overeat also. You may feel like August is a month where you need to get yourself back in alignment with your original purpose. Back to the roots, back to your original alignment of your original purpose of what you've been trying to do, what you've been working on, what you've been trying to achieve, your goals, your dreams. You could feel like there's a lot of gossip going on. And it could be gossip going on around about you or a company or business you work for or a company or a business you own. Or something you do if you're a figure out in the world, like you have, what do they call that? Self-employed, or if you own a business, your business. There could be some kind of like gossip going around about any one of those things. And, you're going to hear of it. Some of it you may witness, you may see, some of it you may hear through the grapevine. I do feel in some ways you may be doing your best to try to remain neutral in any of this hubbub that's going on, and you may at some point decide it's better to remain passive. I don't feel like that's what you originally do. I feel like you're going to be combative, confrontational, defending yourself, defending your thoughts and your positions and all of that. But then as this evolves, remember this is a whole month, right? 31 days. So at some point I feel like you change your mind and you decide, I need to try to diffuse the situation and appease people by being more neutral and passive. So before I go on to card numbers 4 and 5, I just want to let you know I'm now on Patreon. So if you want to get the videos that I record for Vimeo, the special videos that are very specific topics using a variety of divination tools, they are now available for purchase on Patreon. That link will be down below in the description box and also on my website on the luckymermaid.com videos page. I'm going to put it at the top of the page. But the 2 video series I have that are new for you for August so far, because there's always something in the works, there's more coming, is Uranus and Gemini Psychic Tarot readings for the 7-year transit for each sign of the zodiac. So if you want to see how Uranus moving into Gemini is going to affect you, you may want to check them out. And if you can do so, you might want to watch your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign, or go by what normally resonates with you when you watch me on YouTube or Rumble. So, like I said, the link for this is down below in the description box in the Show More section. That link will take you to Vimeo to purchase it there. If you want, you can get the videos on Patreon. Now, some people wanted to not use Vimeo anymore for whatever reasons. So maybe you want to check it out on Patreon. So the next video series I have available for you is the Horseshoe Tarot 7-card spread. Yes, 7 cards, 7 again. Look, 7-year transit for Uranus and Gemini. And now we have the Horseshoe Tarot 7-card spread, psychic tarot readings for each sign of the zodiac from July of 2025 for 1 year through July of 2026. It's probably the 3rd or 4th most popular video series I record for Vimeo and now also Patreon, so you may want to check them out. Again, links down below in the description box. That will take you to Vimeo and on my website at theluckymermaid.com on the videos page. You can click on whatever zodiac sign you want on my website and it will take you to that specific video on Vimeo, or you can go to Patreon and go to the shop tab and you'll see all the video series are going to be uploaded there. So the next card you have in your reading is the 8 of Swords, and this is feeling trapped and bound. You could feel like you're in a prison, an emotional prison, or in a situation that you can't see how to get out of it, although you may be able to get out of it. And I just want to jump in here to say, if you want to see pictures of Maxie Boy, you know, this snoring dog you often hear, stick around to the end of the video because I'm going to have a little picture. I'm going to try to do it every month because people ask me for Maxie Boy pictures. So check it out at the end of the video. There'll be one there for you of Max. So you have 8 of Swords here. I do feel like you're going to feel like you're doing the right thing, but you're going to feel stuck or trapped. And you could be bound by contracts. You could be bound by rules, laws, regulations, contracts, or certain parameters that keep you from doing certain things that you want to do or keep you stuck. I feel like some of this may feel to you like it's too much to bear. And you may feel like, I want this case to be closed. It could even be a court case because my guides did say, I want this to be case closed. So it could be a legal battle, a legal situation. It could involve the court systems or legal documents or dealing with lawyers or you know, legal paperwork of some sort, contracts, paperwork, documents, legal papers. Could be a legal situation. I feel like whatever situation is going on here is very upsetting to you. I feel like it's taking a toll on you mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. Now, if you're listening to this, Gemini, and you're like, this doesn't make sense to me at all. She's all wet. What's she talking about? Well, first of all, they're predictions. So maybe they didn't happen yet. And timing is different for everyone. Maybe some of you are going to say, you know what? That already happened to me before. But it could be happening later. Or maybe in August, your rising sign or moon sign is communicating more messages to you than your sun sign. I do feel like you're going to be going inward and saying to yourself, I got to figure this out. I got to figure this out. You may even have some kind of gag order on you. Or, you know, maybe you could call it something else. where you can't speak and say and do what you want. Like maybe you're going to a point, and then you get to that role where you're like, well, I want to be more neutral and passive. And then you may find out, like, you know, maybe legalities are going to come at you, or rules, laws, regulations could change, or something where you're like, well, now I'm stuck. Now I can't make any moves. Now I have to wait. But I do feel it's going to make you go inward, and I get you like over analyzing, ruminating, pulling at straws. And I got to be honest with you, I do feel whatever is going on here is going to make you feel ridiculous. Like part of you may be like, this is ridiculous. I feel ridiculous. You could feel that way, especially if you get blocked or stopped or stymied from the stuff you were doing in the beginning of the reading. So you got changes going on here with this situation. So your last card in the reading is the Seven of Pentacles, and this is being tired and exhausted of your hard work and efforts, but gaining financial gain and rewards from your hard work and efforts. Could also be like reviewing, analyzing, and scrutinizing investments and your finances. I do feel there's an energy of, I have these things set in stone, and this is all I'm going to do. Because you may feel like, I've planted these seeds. I've planted these seeds in fertile ground, and I took care of these seeds. I nurtured them. I gave them sun and water and any nutrients that they need. And I've put these things in stone, and this is the way it is, and this is how it's going to be. I feel like there's certain things that you are just not willing to acquiesce. You're not willing to change. You don't want to back down. You could have some money that could come to you through surprising channels. People could give you donations, gifts of cash. You could get like unexpected insurance payouts or refunds for certain things, or if you have any investments like in stock market or cryptocurrency or gold or silver or whatever you invest in, you could get like, you know, some financial gains could really come up for you now in August. I also hear the collective consciousness of Gemini going, I'm patient, I'll wait, which, you know, that could also harken back to the Hangman. Now, how patient are Geminis? How willing are they to wait? I don't know. I've known a few. And I think that Gemini can be very patient when they're working towards their goals, for sure. And so if your goals here is to get past this acrimony and disruptions that are going on in your reading, I feel you will be able to get past it and be patient. But I'm going to tell you right now, I feel like you course correct in August. If this reading applies to you, you start out combative and kind of belligerent and calling people out and not taking their crap. And then you turn, then you decide, then you turn and you decide maybe it's better that I remain neutral and passive. Then you go inward, where you start ruminating and overthinking everything, analyzing everything, and feeling stuck or trapped. And it could be legally also could play into it. And then at the end, you're like, nope, you know what? I planted these seeds. They're in fertile ground. I did the right things here. I watered them, gave them sun, nurtured them, gave them nutrients. and now I'm going to wait and see where things land. Very unusual reading, Gemini, I will say that. So the best gemstone crystal I got for Geminis to work with, use, and wear in the month of August of 2025. You know, you might be having all this chaos here because Uranus is in your sign now. So I go back to, you may want to check out those Uranus and Gemini psychic tarot readings for the 7-year transit, because that just dawned on me right now. That could be why you've got this like upheaval going on, because it went into Gemini on the 7th of July. So the best gemstone crystal I got for you is smoky quartz, which is a very good grounding stone. It's a very powerful stone. It helps with finances. Smoky quartz disperses fears and disperses fears and depression. It brings emotional calmness. It helps relieve stress and anxiety. Smoky quartz also promotes positive thoughts and actions. It brings psychic and physical protection, prosperity, abundance, and good luck. It's going to make you feel more balanced. It's going to make you feel more strong. It's going to make you feel like you have more self-assuredness. It's going to help brighten your mood. It may also help with your eyesight. So if you've had any issues with your eyes bothering you in any way, eyesight especially, it could actually help that and improve it in August. It's also going to be a stone to help motivate you or inspire you to do things in a whole new manner. So if you have to pivot, make any changes, course correct, do anything like that, go in a new direction, smoky quartz is going to help you with that. So I hope this reading was of help to you, and I hope it made sense. As always, thank you so very much for watching. I do truly appreciate it. And thank you so much for your likes and shares and subscribes. It means a lot to me, and it really helps this channel grow. And make sure when you do subscribe, hit that notification bell to get notified when I upload my videos here to YouTube. And if you would like to get any of the special video series I record for my Vimeo on-demand pages, you can access those videos by clicking on any of the links down below in the description box in the Show More section, or you can get them on my website at theluckymermaid.com on the videos page. Also, I'm now on Patreon. So if you want to get the special videos series I record for Vimeo, they're now also available on Patreon, on my Patreon page on the shop tab, and you can get the videos over there. So, and that link will be down below for Patreon and also on my videos page on my website. So there are some video series you may want to know about. I did discuss some earlier in the beginning of the video, but you need to know Saturn is in Aries. So if you want to see how that will affect you now, it went in on May 24th of 2025, and it's going to last until April 12th, 2028. So for 2.5 years, Saturn will be affecting your sign. If you want to see, maybe you want to watch your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign, those links are for that video series. That link is down below and on my website and also on Patreon. The other video series that you may want to check out is Neptune in Aries, Psychic Tarot and Oracle card readings for a 14-year time period. This started in March of 2025 and goes all the way out until March of 2039. Now it will retrograde back for a period, but it's going to be in there for 14 years. Again, you may want to check out your sun, your moon, or your rising sign, and keep going back and looking at these videos. The Saturn in Aries is for 2.5 years. The Neptune in Aries is for 14 years. you may want to go back and watch those periodically once you purchase them. The other video series I have linked down below, there's many financial psychic tarot readings, past, present, and future psychic tarot readings, the What's Lucky and New for You in 2025. Those are psychic tarot and oracle card readings. All those links are down below and on my website, and many of these video series are on my Patreon now. So I also want to say, if you want to see any other predictions and messages from me that you're not going to see here in a video format, you can follow me on my social media pages at the Lucky Mermaid LLC on Facebook, and also Pamela Georgel at the Lucky Mermaid on X. I also make these posts on YouTube, on the community posts, and now there's many written predictions that you're not going to see in any of those places available on Patreon. So you may want to check all those areas out. So I hope you have absolutely amazing energy come to you this month of August of 2025, and know that I wish you many blessings and peace.